Yo, what is good, guys? I hope you all made some money today in the markets. It was a relatively flat day, but you had some stocks running pretty hard, like EVFM and AMC had a big spike, and we were day trading those pretty hard in the Discord. Made some good money on them, and yeah, we're gonna be taking a look at SPY today, as usual. You got GDP numbers coming out on Wednesday, so you're gonna want to know what's coming up because whichever way it moves after that, it's gonna be a big move. So make sure to watch this whole video. Show it some love, give it a like and subscribe so you always know what's coming next. And with that being said, let's hop into the charts. So to start, you had SPY, pretty much pinned all day, burning all the options, which I mentioned in the Discord. I did not expect really any major move to happen today, just because I'm willing to bet. At the end of the day on Friday, you had a lot of people shorting, betting for like a gap down or something, or just impatient waiting on that entry, as well as people betting on the upside, thinking we're gonna squeeze more. And market makers love making people lose money, and what did they do? They pinned it all day and made everyone lose money. So that's what happened today. We stayed in a pretty tight channel, and we held up really well at 388-ish, around that area. And yeah, so boring day on SPY, but there was a lot of scalping going in between. And yeah, today was a big day for day trading. In the Discord we called out EVFM at 0.7, and as well as AMC, but this one was the big one. We called it out at 7, and it ran to over $1. And we're doing this all day, pretty much every day. So I'm gonna have the Discord in the link down in the description, so make sure to check it out. But onto the markets. You still got these gaps, and you're still in this one, and I think we need a catalyst to send us in either direction. And in 2 days, you have GDP numbers coming out, which will move the markets. There's no in between. It will move the market. So if the GDP numbers are good, I would guess we're going to 400, and if they're bad, maybe down here. But we'll see how that plays out. For now, we're just gonna be taking a look at what to take precautions on, and the possibilities and probabilities. So one thing I was really looking at is this trend line right here. Well, first off, the daily MACD. That's what I pointed out in yesterday's video. I was watching to see if it's gonna cross, and it crossed. So this is a very bullish indicator, which signals a change in momentum when these lines cross and you have the histogram going green, and the MACD is showing some bullish signals. But you want some more confirmation, because on the medium time frames, I'll just put up right now. On the medium time frames, it's showing some price exhaustion. It doesn't mean it can't run more, but it's showing exhaustion, which you can see by this MACD right here. It's showing possible like an end to this price movement very soon, with just taking a look at the rate of how much this is moving at such a steep angle. And this is where it's kind of like, okay, how much longer can it do this? Because this is a pretty steep angle here, and you have some massive divergences. But as I said in one of my previous videos, like 3 videos back, I said if this squeezes, this can negate the divergences on the medium time frames, and that's what happened. It was specifically this area, right here. I was looking for this gap to get filled. You had these MACDs just going, pretty much, it was just going straight down, and this thing was kind of trending up, trading flat, and it started moving down, went under an important support, and then just slingshotted, and we're all the way up here now. After that head and shoulders completed, which I did point out in my earlier videos, and now that's played out. We broke that neckline, and we filled that gap, which I was looking for. And Now it's really just how much higher are we gonna go before a pullback, or when are we gonna get this pullback? And I think this is the trend line to be watching here. You also have where is it? You have a trend line here, which I found a little interesting. I just lined it up with this touch point. I don't think it's. I would like a little more touch points, but that's just something I saw, so why not point it out? But I think this is the big one right here. It seems to be very respected, finding support at it, resistance gapping through it, finding support at it, and you have the MACD here, which is going straight down while the price isn't really reflecting that change in momentum yet, or it just might not. But on the 1 hour, which I really like this data that it's showing me here with this MACD, you have this consistent bouncing up while the price is continuing up. But if you look back in history, this is when you're in an area like this, you want to be able to look back in history at the price action and look for similarities that can show you. Let me make this a little smaller. Look for similarities that can give you more information. References like patterns, like this is the same pattern that played out this way, and did it again and again. So why wouldn't it happen this time? And just looking at this MACD, we haven't really made this kind of a move at this rate since January, actually. So yeah, it's pretty much the same here. It is the same, actually. Wow. I actually didn't really look at it that closely, but yeah, it's the same rate pretty much. And just using that as a reference, we might be getting that drop soon. You could get a bear trap, you jump up, you make a higher high, fill this gap, which this is the big one to be watching, because we might get up there, and I don't know if we're gonna break through it or not. But if you break this thing, you could be breaking out of this, and I think you could be heading up to here. I put up these lines yesterday. If you didn't watch that video, I recommend going and watch that, and just see how my thoughts work and everything. But you got big resistances around here, so if you break this, I think it's pretty likely you could come up to this. If I don't know, however this bounces, whatever. But these are big resistances. There's room on the daily. There's room on the weekly, especially. The weekly is the big one, and with this amount of room, with on the MACD and the RSI, there's a lot of room to go on these longer time frames. You haven't been at these levels ever, so it's a very unique setup, like I mentioned in yesterday's video. So we'll see how tomorrow goes. We didn't really get too much information today, just besides people getting pinned and just kind of flat, started forming divergences, but as you saw earlier, those divergences don't always play out. But we'll see how it goes. There's not really too much else to say for this video, especially because you just didn't get that much information from today, as you really didn't do anything besides testing these supports, although I was looking at some of the tech stocks like Meta, which sometimes if SPY isn't giving me enough information, you can I go and look at these tech stocks to see if I can find something that could signal a move for the general markets, which the big tech stocks influence very heavily. So I was looking at Meta, and it's in this, which has an enormous divergence. This is a divergence right here, and I mean, we went under this kind of. We didn't really close under it, so I wouldn't say we aren't under it. So I think we're gonna see it in the next 2 days. All of this stuff will play out, but right now you're still just watching those gaps. You're at these important areas. You couldn't break this gap right here, which is another important thing you want to be watching. If we break the 390 area, you could see a push to the big area is the mid 390s, so like 395, 396. yeah, right at the bottom of this gap. I don't think you're gonna fill this thing. It's possible, but I don't think you're gonna get all the way to the top of it on the first attempt if it does that. So we have divergences. It's showing signs that it's gonna pull back on the hourly charts. So the medium time frames, shorter time frames, but the longer time frames, they got upside. That's all I have to say. But and that fractal, make sure to keep it in mind. So it's not blue skies yet, but there's blue skies ahead. We just need a few more weeks to see how it all plays out. See if the sentiment starts to change. But yeah, it's been a interesting past few weeks, and I think the next 2 or 3 can really show us the big direction. So that's where I'm going to leave this video. Make sure to show it some love, give it a like and subscribe so you always know what's coming next. Make sure to check out the Discord, which is in the description. You can really just make some money on these day trades and learn how to trade. And yeah, I really recommend it. I'm not sure why you wouldn't be in it already. So that's where I'm going to leave this video. We're going to see how it plays out tomorrow. Hopefully we get some more information so I can give you guys some better ideas of the general direction. So see how tomorrow goes, and that's it for this video. So peace out, guys.